Welcome to Let's Play Hero Core. Hero Core is the sequel to Hero, which we played last time, once again made by Daniel Ramar. I was debating if I wanted to go directly to Hero Core or to something else in between, but I feel like it's important to get the game and its sequel down first. Now, Hero Core, as opposed to the first Hero, actually plays a lot more like a traditional metroidvania, whereas the original Hero was very stage-based and you didn't really get any items. It certainly wasn't a metroidvania. It was explorative, but not a metroidvania. Hero Core, on the other hand, is. So let's go ahead and start us up. You can play on normal or hard. Interesting thing about hard mode is not only is it just more difficult, but the world itself is different. Bosses are in different locations. The rooms are different layouts, not just different enemies. It's just a different game, really. But I'm going to be playing on normal. We'll see if I tackle hard, but I don't feel like I will. Yeah, 'cause we took him out last time. Well, I guess if he himself is mechanical. And we begin. The game plays just like it did before. You can fly up and about, shoot left and right, and that's about all you can do. Can't leave. Touching these saves your game, refills your health. You have a... how do you do it? You have a proper map. Here is the entire world. You can see the entire thing. The mini-map you see up in the corner is divided up into smaller sections, each of which are 3x3 rooms. So it's actually a reasonably sized area. I forget, there's a quick way to open up that map, and I forget what it is. Alright, so if you hold both keys, you see that little wiggle, that'll let you teleport to any save point. He actually wanted the emphasis of this game to be more explorative and less punishing. So maybe the individual fights will be challenging, but you're not punished for dying nearly as much as before. Yeah, you see the rough map and the mini-map in the corner, and all we got's a little blaster. Increasing defense is super cool. The enemies are just the same as always. Those little dudes take 2 hits. And you can see this is the stuff where you can enter it fine, you're not going to take damage, but it overheats and you are unable to fire. Similar to just going down in it directly. You have to wait for the heat to go away. Yeah, with even a little bit of overheat, you can't fire. Oh, the map is enter. Okay. So there's a door down here, you have to kill all the enemies, but however, we don't have a really good way of killing this guy yet, so we're going to have to come back. Those little dudes are sort of new, but they're also weaker versions of enemies we've seen before. Hey, a save point. Save points are cool. No, we can't go this way yet. We're gonna have to destroy one of them cores. Now, you only level up as far as I can tell. It's not like there's an experience system. You level up effectively by beating bosses. Looks like they made it easier to actually shoot the core. You also have health. You're not a one-hit wonder like you were previously. And with that done, we should be able to not only save, but we can go through here. That guy's a jerk, as he always has been. Liquid metal falling from one room to another. There's something here I was a little bit wondrous about. These are bombs, by the way. If you shoot them, they explode. They seem to always explode in that same pattern. Now, you'll notice there's a room down here on the map. And I think, if this is the room that I think it is, then what's down there is something we're going to have to come back to in a minute after we get a power-up. You see, this is loose dirt and can be destroyed, though there's not much we can do about it now. However, I'll tell you a bit of a secret. What's in that terminal is merely information. There's no power-up, simply informing you of something you didn't already know. Well, I shouldn't say that you didn't already know. It's something you clearly didn't know, but it's something you wouldn't have been able to figure out otherwise. And that is where this room comes in. You see, with that guy down there, we can't very well kill him. He can't get out. And if we go into this liquid metal, we can squeeze down there, but then we can't shoot. So we have to be able to kill him without going down there. And that's also where this little nook comes in. You see, what that information tells you is if you press up, down, left, right, fire, much like when in Hyper Princess Peach, you sacrifice a small amount of life to effectively let out a bomb. So if we let this little dude line up with this hole, we can kill him. That move is called Excel. Or no, not Excel, Expel. And the terminal told you how to perform that, but you were always able to. And now we're honestly somewhere we shouldn't be. So we're gonna have to fight a small Benny boss, when we're perhaps not as geared for it as we should be. The game has more obvious, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I was gonna say. You get hit a lot. More obvious, hits to the tells. Like, so you can see, hey, the boss is gonna do something. This guy in particular just shoots a big beam out sideways. But there we are, that wasn't so bad, was it? Nice music, though. I think that's what I was gonna say. The game has more obvious music. Whereas you honestly, like, almost couldn't hear the music in the previous game. Okay, so this is where it gets fun, because we can't actually kill many of these things. I'm just gonna get hit by you. I'm just gonna blitz over here as fast as I can. Save so I can heal up. Get hit by you. I'm not fighting in this narrow area. These I can slink by. No, I want to slink by them. Slink by them over this way. There we go. Made it. And I'm still moving. Saving again. By the way, we've gone a little ways out of the way. You can see Tetron's there in the middle, and if we wanted to, we could go in and fight him. Right now, there's nothing stopping you at any point throughout the game from going in and fighting the final boss of the game. However, without getting some power-ups, it's gonna be a rough fight. Interesting thing, though, is that there's still nothing mechanically stopping you from being able to beat him. And you could. Can't go that way. It's just going to be an unreasonably difficult fight. So we're gonna get some power-ups, and then we're gonna come back. Gonna come back by going through all these rooms as fast as feasibly possible. I think I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, I didn't. I'm fine. Okay, that guy's gonna be trouble. But we got by without issue. I'm gonna save. And in the room above us is a secret boss. You have to be able to get this far at level 0, which means getting this far without actually killing any bosses. No power-ups, no bosses, no increases, but you're making your way to literally the opposite corner of the map from where you started. And the boss waiting for you there is the level 0 specialist. 0. He shoots at you a lot. But overall, he's not actually that hard. He moves towards you a little bit. And you can do that to kind of, like, lure him in a good position so you can shoot at him. It's like, get him to move up some, shoot him, move around. He's got, I forget how much HP, like 60 some odd HP. And these are some very powerful shots he's shooting at you with. I think you start with 10 HP, and his larger shots that you see at the end of his thing do something in the neighborhood of 3 damage each. But for beating him, you gain some shape-shifting data. Also, while we're up here, I'm just gonna wander out here, get a little information from our hero. Oh, this is actually one of our ships. We've been to this place before. But there's a power up here that shows where everything is on the map. That shape-shifting power, though, is largely an Easter egg. Doesn't actually make you any more powerful. But if you press down and shoot for 5 seconds, maybe a little more than 5 seconds, you'll shapeshift. Perhaps flying upside down, and now I'm flying upside down. Oh, but that's not the end of it. Soldier shapeshift. Drone shapeshift. Spew shapeshift. Eliminator shapeshift. And our alien shapeshift. Look at me, I'm a little Metroid. Yeah. Your stats are not changed at all, this is purely aesthetic. But you've got to make it out here in order to be able to do it. So let's make our way back and try this again.